What is going on, guys? Hopefully you guys are doing well today. I was starting to realize and wonder, like, I looked at Veracity's Twitter following or X following. I seen 314,000 followers, and then I started to ask myself, well, why are people so interested in this project? So what I wanted to do is really take a strong look at what type of value that Veracity could bring for an investor, because that's essentially really important when you're investing in a crypto project, is to understand what type of value and what type of long-term value can a project bring to an investor. And is it really something worth investing in? Well, we're going to uncover that today. Let's get into it. So looking at Veracity overall, I started to understand, well, let me just go through the basis and look at what this project really is all about. Because I mean, if I'm going to invest in a project, I want to know how the ecosystem works, or is there real world utility? The community is off the charts. 314,000 followers for a cryptocurrency project that is sitting with an essentially very low market cap. That means that's really telling me that there is some massive future potential for this cryptocurrency to hit a new all-time high, or essentially go into some type of test of the original all-time high. So let's get into understanding what this project looks like. Let's go ahead and head over to their website. All right, so let's take a look at Veracity's website. So their website is actually pretty decent. They set up obviously a Vera wallet and Vera views, which we'll cover. But after doing some research and looking at their website, what I found is that obviously their Vera wallet has over 300,000 users, over 500,000 community members, and 20 different local language communities, and awarded 6 patents. So I started to wonder, well, what does the Vera wallet have that could benefit me, and what can the Vera views do to benefit me? So it looks like, based on their roadmap, it looks like they spent pretty much of 2022 pushing Vera views. And so I was just asking myself, why would we push Vera views, and why is this so important to Veracity? So I started to do some research behind what Vera views would be all about. So essentially what it is that their focus, Veracity's focus, is to obviously bring some solutions to being able to stack advertising. But I guess looking into it a little bit deeper, I found that stacking is kind of like some fraudulent AI botting type advertising method, or some set it up as an actual business model to stack advertising within video modules. So when I started to look at why Veracity would be focusing on this, and is there any value in it, I started to see that there is tons of value behind stacking advertising. And now where the value comes from is essentially how they built their system to be able to use marketer tokens with Veracity's current circulating supply, if that makes sense. So what they did is essentially they put Veracity put their token ecosystem, their tokens, inside the wallet, and they also put their tokens to be able to be utilized within the Vera views portion of the project. Now, with that being said, what Vera views does is it actually, this gives you a stack advertisement type model, being able to monetize off that. So you have a relationship between publishers and a relationship between developers, or stack advertising developers. So this eliminates any fraudulent activity with like bot spamming or anything like that to ads, where it's essentially just a chain of advertisements that are built on top of each other, and the performance values are based on when you initially click the top performing advertisement. Then what it does is flushes the other ads down beneath that, where they all are built in circulation to go to the same bottom line. So this is a very, I guess I could say it would be like compounding interest, but in ads, if that makes sense. So this can be very, very beneficial to advertisement developers, advertising marketers. This is going to be, to me, in my mind, very essential for the development of advertising within Web3 and decentralized web space. So after looking at the actual project on the website, I started to think to myself, well, there is actually some massive value. Where that value is going to come from is actually being able to integrate Verasity within the Web3 space, decentralized Web3 space. Now, what it looks like we're going to do in the future is start shifting over to Web3. Now, this is very important because once we start to define what Web3 is really about, you're going to start seeing decentralized social media platforms pop up out of nowhere, and this is going to be generating a new narrative within Web3. So what happens is that having the marketing stack availability to be able to market within that social media platform space, within your Amazon digital delivery spaces, you know, all these advertising stacks are going to be a demand. There's going to be a demand for it because once the original platforms came out, like your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Google, everything was monetized for I guess business people to set these platforms up, and that's how you actually make your money within these spaces. So with Web3 decentralization coming out and the platforms are going to be built, there's going to be a huge demand for some type of advertising marketing system or business model that's going to be able to monetize those who are trying to use that as a personal business. So in this sense, to be able to have that available for us as users and as business owners and as people trying to be monetized on platforms, having that outlet is going to be able to give us the opportunity to make massive money. So that's why I feel that there's a lot of value within this project, and it's going to be probably one of the go-to advertising companies behind it, because they have patented out some of their stacking process. And with that being said, that it's, there's guaranteed traffic that's going to flow into Verasity. So super bullish behind that. All right, so looking at the charts for Verasity right now, we're sitting at a 0.007 on the daily, up about 0.05%. Market cap is very low for this cryptocurrency project, but I get it. I understand they didn't really have a whole bunch of area to grow within the time frame of the last bull run. So if we look at the last bull run, which was in roughly about 2021, this project really only went up to that 8 cent level. Now they spent, after this portion, building a Veraview system for which their main focus was driving this project for. Now I believe we're going to start to realize some of the biggest gains for this project and this next bull run that's coming up. So where we're sitting at today at 0.007 down here, I believe going to the pinnacle of retesting this level of their all-time high for 2021, which was 8 cents, I believe this could either double or triple. So that would essentially put Verasity as a project, plus with the utility that they built for this project, I mean, we could essentially look at a 24x or a 36x potentially as a retest and price discovery for this actual project. So I believe that this project didn't get the recognition that it needed in the original bull run. And again, after creating the Veraviews and making sure that that's firing on all cylinders, all the money is going to really flow in. And I think we're going to see this bull run what type of potential Verasity essentially has. So to summarize this video up, Verasity, to me, in my perspective on it, is their main focus was basically building Veraviews. They done this throughout the entire bear market of 2022, which is actually going to put them in place to be able to be recognized in this next bull run. So I do believe that there's going to be massive opportunity for this project, and that all lies within understanding that this project has a very low market cap, for number one. Number two, they have built basically what their focus is, and it's on defraudulizing advertising stacking. So they wanted to create a stacking system that is not basically pointed to as fraud. So they created a more legitimate stacking system, being able to utilize the VRA tokens with this stacking system. So those tokens are essentially market tokens, but they remain in the circulating supply. Now, understand this: once now those are essentially locked out of, not locked out of supply, but those are taken out of supply. So that means they can never go against the supply. So that's already an allocated set amount of tokens, which is like 95 billion tokens that are set forth for that specific utility behind the project. So these things are all going to come into play, especially when more demand comes for this project in the bull run, more money flows in. I believe this project could essentially go to maybe a 1.4 billion-dollar market cap in the next bull run, taking this price for this coin anywhere from a 24 to 36x in monetization or valuation for the project. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't really predict that, but that's just a little bit of an idea of where I think this project could go. So if you guys are interested in expanding your crypto knowledge and you want to actually look into how you get research development, how you understand technical analysis when it comes to looking at charts and projects, make sure you guys jump into my Patreon. The link is in the description. Massive information in there to help you grow as a cryptocurrency investor. Thank you guys for taking time to watch this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the Crow video.